Tools required for
Sir, your screen is not coming.
not coming. My screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first of all, you should know what are the tools required for execution of Java program. Okay. So you can run a Java program using two methods. Okay. Now, in the first method, what are the tools required? So this is the first method. So in the first method, the first thing is required a text editor. Do you know text editor? Tell me. Text editor is an application software where you can type your text and save it very simply. Okay. So for example, here I am using one of the text editor and it is Notepad. In Notepad, I can type anything and I can save it with the different extension. Okay. So apart from Notepad, there is also Notepad plus plus. Okay. So these are the two common text editors that we can use. The next thing required is Java Development Kit. In short form, uh, it is also known as JDK. So in the first method, these two tools are required. Okay. So for what purpose this text editor is needed? So you have to type your Java program. So in any of these text editor, you can type your program. Okay. And after typing, you'll have to save your program with .java extension. Now the next tool is Java Development Kit (JDK), and this tool is needed to compile your program and to execute your program. Okay, so understood about these two tools?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you have a computer at your home, so you can download JDK for your computer and install it. And all computers have this Notepad application, so you need not to install it. So you can download this JDK uh, just by searching here uh, JDK for Windows. Okay, so the first website you will see here, oracle.com. So actually Oracle develop Java development kit applications. So from this website, you can download JDK and install it. Here you can see the JDK download hyperlink. And from here list, you can select JDK for your operating system. So you can see line for Linux given, Mac OS, and for Windows also it is given. So if you have, I have here Windows 64-bit, so it is showing here 64-bit installer. If you have 32-bit Windows in your computer, so it will show here 32-bit installer. And from this link, you can download it. And after downloading, you can install it in your computer. Okay, it means after installation, you are now ready to develop your Java programs. So I have already this JDK installed in my computer, so no need to download. Okay, now come to the second method. Second method involves only one tool, and that one is uh, Java IDE. Here IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. Okay, so in the second method, you need only one application, that is Java IDE. Actually, it is not the name of the application. It is actually a category, you can say. So in this same application, you can type your Java program, you can compile your Java program, and you can execute your Java programs. Means all these three things you can do in the same application. But in the first method, we have this text editor for typing our Java program, and JDK is there for uh, compilation and execution of the program. But in this IDE, no need to switch from one application to another. Just one application is enough to write your Java program and as well as execute your Java program. So, for example, for Java ID means the name of the Java ID. So there are various Java IDs available. For example, at a school level, you can use BlueJ. BlueJ is a Java IDE where you can uh, type and execute your Java programs. And apart from BlueJ, others are also there like NetBeans, Eclipse, uh, IntelliJ. Okay, so these are the some Java IDEs that you can use for development of Java programs. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any
Sir.
question to ask about these two methods?
Yes, sir.
So, sir.
Yes, sir.
So ask your question. So understood the difference between these two methods. In first method, two tools are required. One for typing your Java program and another for execution of Java program. And in the second method, only one tool is required, that is Java IDE. So Java IDE actually a software uh, where you can type your Java program and execute your Java programs. So for example, of Java IDE, you can look for this BlueJ, NetBeans, Eclipse, and IntelliJ. Others are also there. In your class, you have to use BlueJ. BlueJ is, I think, your next chapter also. Okay.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, it
So
is installed also on the computers.
where?
Sir, in the computer lab, I have seen
Yes,
one time.
yes. In a school computer lab, it is installed there in every computer. Okay. So in class 8, you have, I think, two or three chapters based on Java. But if you go move in class 9, so there is a whole book based on Java programming. Okay. So whatever you'll study here in this class 8, it becomes your basic concept for your class 9. Okay, because in class 9 you have to study a whole session about Java programming. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
So today I'm going to use this first method for development of a very simple Java program. Okay, so in the program you don't worry about what are the instructions I'm writing there, and what are the meaning of those instructions. So this is your first time with this Java program. Okay, so don't think that you'll become expert right from the first program. Okay, just see what how these things go. Okay, so here I am going to open a text editor. This is Notepad plus plus. Okay, this is Notepad plus plus. Here in this language tab, I am going to set it for Java programming. Okay, now here I have this workspace where I can type instructions of my Java program. Okay, so here I am going to type. So every Java program must have a one class, at least one class. So a class is named with this keyword class, and after this you will have to give the name of the class. So for example, here I am going to give the name demo. Means I am going to create a class and the name of the class is demo. Now there will be a block of this demo class. So a block is marked inside this pair of curly brackets. Okay, means whatever the instruction that I'll type inside this block, so this will be a part of this demo class. Okay, now inside this demo class, there will be a one mandatory method that called main method. In every Java program, there is a mandatory main method. Only one main method will be there. Okay. Now, how can you define this main method? So to define this main method, you have to write public static void main, and you have to put this parenthesis. Parenthesis means a small bracket, and inside this parenthesis you have to pass information like string args. Okay, now this main method has also its block. Now listen once again. In every Java program, there will be at least one class, and inside the class, there will be a mandatory main method. Okay, means this main method block or this whole main method is a part of this demo class. Okay, and again, this main method has its also own block. Okay, now inside this main method, I'm going to just type only one instruction line, and it is system dot out dot println. And inside double inverted comma, I'll going to put a message, and message is this is my first program in Java. Okay, so whenever we have to display a message in output, we use this instruction system.out.println. Okay, and whatever the message we have to give in the output, so that message should be placed within double inverted comma like this. Okay, so now this simple program is now ready. So the next thing I'll have to do is to save it. So save as, and here I have one folder in C drive, and the name of the folder is Java files. So here in this Java files, I'm going to save this file. And just see here, what is the file name you have to give. So the file name you have to give is exactly the name of the class. So the name of the class is demo here. So the file name will be demo, and then you have to give the extension demo.java since it is a Java file. So after giving the file name, just click on save button. Now it means my program is now saved. Now tell me that these instructions are in which language? Means in high level language or low level language? Do you know?
Sir, low level language.
What about others? Listen everyone, these instructions are in actually high level language. In high level language, uh, instructions are written in English words, you can say, or English phrases. So you can see in this program, almost every instruction here written comes from English language. Na? So this language is understandable to us because of use of a common language, English here. Okay, and the low level language means machine language. Machine language means combination of 0 and 1. Okay, so this is not a low level language, this is a high level language. But this computer understand only low level language, means machine language, means this program should be converted first into machine language so that computer can execute it. So this process of conversion is called compilation. So have you heard the word compiler?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So compiler is
Compiler, assembler.
yes, compiler is actually a system software which convert a high level language into machine language. So here I have saved my program, and this program is in high level language. So it means first I have to convert it into machine language. So here I'll have to take help from the compiler of Java so it can convert it into machine language. So now listen. So this is the first method of execution. So to execute this, I'll need here command prompt. So have you used command prompt before?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
okay, no problem. This is command prompt, and you can see it has a black background and white text. Means here in this window, I cannot use mouse because there is no graphics here. So it is actually a command user interface. Means here whatever I have to do, I'll have to use commands. Okay, so here you can see this is showing which path. So it is showing C drive users folder, and inside users folder there is a folder named Asus. Means my command prompt is inside this Asus folder now. But where I have saved my program, so just look here. I have saved my program in C drive and Java files folder. Okay, so here is my program. So in command prompt, I have to change the location to Java files folder so that I can access my program file there. So I'll have to get back into C drive. Means I'll have to get back from Asus folder and users folder. So the command is cd dot dot. Means if I use this cd dot dot command here, then I'll get back into users folder. Means I'll come out from this ASUS folder. If I press enter key, now see the result. So what do you see here? Now I am inside users folder. I'm out from this ASUS folder. So once again, I'll use cd dot dot command to get out from this users folder. So you can see now here I'm inside C drive. Okay. Now in C drive, I have folder Java files. So I'll use this cd command. Cd here stands for change directory, change folder you can say, or D here stands for directory. So cd command, and then I'll give the name of the folder in which I want to move. Okay, so the name of the folder is Java files and press enter key. So you can see I am now inside C drive and Java files folder. So understood this, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now I'm inside this Java files folder. So my Java file is saved in this folder. So what is the first thing I have to do? Tell me. The first thing I have to do now here is to compile my program na, so that it will be converted into low level language.
Yes, sir.
So to compile my program, there is a command Java C. Yes, C stands for Java compile. So Java C command is used to compile the Java program file. So Java C, then put one a space and then give the name of the program file. So the name is demo.java. Okay. After this, press enter key. So now my this demo.java file is now successfully compiled. Okay. If this file has any error, so the errors will be shown here, but it has no error, so no error is showing here. It means this file is now compiled. So after compilation, the next thing we have to do is to execute the compiled file. So to execute the file, we have to use Java command and then name of the file. And note here that while execution of the file, there is no need to give .java extension. So Java demo only, and press enter key. So what is the result you see here? This is my first program in Java. Okay, so this was the line supposed to display na, in the output.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now, if you have any question, you can ask now. Don't
Sir,
think.
how this command,
Yes.
sir, how this command prompt window
No
come?
question.
How this command prompt window come. Okay. So here you can search CMD by typing CMD or command prompt, or what you can do is to go click on this start button, and in accessories it is available. Just see here Windows accessories. So in Windows accessories, It is available in Windows. Yeah, in Windows system it is available. In Windows 10, but in Windows 7 operating system it is available in Windows accessories folder. There are other ways also to start this command prompt. Just press Window key and R to open this run command, and inside this run command type CMD and click on this OK button. So this will also open. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any other question?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So just don't think that this I accept that it is little complex because this is your first time uh, of this programming in Java. But while you proceed with practice, it becomes easy. Okay, it is a new language, and whenever we learn any language, it is difficult for the first time. So just say if I type another line, system dot out dot println, and once again I'm going to give another message. So message is this is Java programming. Okay, now intentionally I'm going to remove means I'm not giving this double inverted comma and this is semicolon also. And now I'm going to save this program, and after compilation what it is showing, just see. So once again I'll have to compile this program. So Java C demo.java, this command is needed. So now you can see now one error it is showing. It is showing now one error, and
Yes,
it is
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
it
Yes,
is
sir.
it is indicating here also that where in which line the error is there in the program. So now I'm going to correct. I'm going to put this double inverted comma, means close this. Then I'm going to save it, and once again I'm going to compile this. Now see, is there any error present or not? So once again, an error is showing. So it is showing this is semicolon expected. Okay, means here you can see with arrow it is showing that is a semicolon is expected here. Okay, means you can run the your program only when it is free from error, or if your program has any error, so it will be notified during compilation. Okay, means a successful compilation will be done only when your program is free from errors. Okay, so now I'm going to put this semicolon here, and I once again save this program, and once again compile this. So now you can see there is no error. So now I can execute by using Java command and then name of the file. So now you can see in the result, two lines are showing now. This is my first program in Java and this is Java programming. So understood everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Okay. So in tomorrow's class, I'll start this topic Java tokens, because Java tokens are the most necessary part while learning Java. Okay, so join everyone tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir. Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, wait
Okay, sir.
for 1 minute at least. I'm going to take the screenshot. Okay, thank you all.